VidGamesFTW.
Welcome back. We're doing Under Pressure. Well, I'm doing Under Pressure. I'm under pressure.
I'm always under pressure every day.
When you do that test, you're like, fuck. I didn't study last night.
Shit.
So, fuck. Well, like we're just spun out. We're like, oh, I guess we're here now.
I never got to answer your question. From
I was gonna bring that up.
I'd probably say the prehistoric levels, like,
Ooh.
for comparison's sake, or at least like to compare the two, the original and this one. Maybe the originals.
I mean, again, you don't have to be like. You know,
Well, I know it's hard because I know I've never really paid attention to that sort of thing, but.
Oh, you can probably hear me tapping X.
But
There's me tapping it really loudly.
yeah, I think if I really had to choose, I'd probably go with the originals for at least the prehistoric levels.
I still think of these three games for the music. I still think so. The strongest music tracks that not only sound like the originals, but and stay faithful to the originals, but add their own sound, which works. The strongest ones from Crash 1 would probably have to be Heavy Machinery and Toxic Waste are my absolute favorites. The midpoints, which means that they got it to a certain extent, but then like they kind of deviated and got a little weird, would be the bridge levels and Hog Wild / Old Hog, so the Hog levels. For sounding like the originals up to a point, and then they kind of just deviated and did their own thing. For the bridge levels, they kind of there's some parts where the flow is a little weird. They kind of saved certain melody points for later times in the song than how they're normally timed out. And then with the Hog levels, they added, instead of this one part where it's guitar strums in the original, when those strings are like dum 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 dum, and those little dungs are the string on the guitar. Well, instead of keeping that in the Sane Trilogy version, they replaced the guitar strums with just like wacky random cartoon sound effects.
Oh, for the Hog levels.
And I'm like, why? So I thought that was odd. I don't really care for that. But besides that, there's like the little flourishes they left out, like in say Slippery Climb, that like waterphone ass sounding fucking weird, just like wow 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 that plays in the background isn't there. Oh, it's tiny again. Okay. And then like in Hog Wild, when there's a certain part, I don't even know the sound effect, the instrument. I think it's a little twinging, like that. That's done in the Insane Trilogy version of the song. I think we can skip this. Yeah. So stuff like that. Like there's even straight up like certain notes missing in like say the bear levels in Crash 2. And it's just really weird why they made those kinds of choices for the recreations of those songs.
Oh, wave.
Do the wave. I wonder if I can do the cheese thing.
The what?
Yeah! They're throwing cheese at me.
Why?
It's an Easter egg, because in the original there's a glitch you can do where when the lions are released. I'll see if I can do it right here. They shouldn't be able to get me. Ah, shit. Okay. You have to stand like really specifically in that corner, and that line in that corner won't get you. So it's a way. Oh shit! I spun too early. It's a way to those eyes.
I know.
It's a way to like essentially what's called cheesing the fight.
Oh.
You're cheating, as it were.
Huh.
So they throw cheese at you in this version. It's like, why are you doing that, you cheater?
That's funny.
It's so funny. I love it. See, I love it. Attention to detail like that is so great. Also, the fact that they even have little gates that draw down, which the original do not have.
Oh yeah, because they just came out.
Yeah. So some of the weaker tracks in Crash 1 for me for this Sane Trilogy would probably have to be, one of the ones I can think of immediately off the top of my head are probably, Sunset Vista / the Great, not the Great Gate, what the fuck? Lost City, god damn, I can't talk today. Just cause, I've already said it before, like, it sounds very lacking, like, talk about missing whole parts of the song. They don't have the background noises, some of the background noises are, like, just completely gone, and it just sounds very simple and basic. Like, they forgot to layer the different stuff.
And tomatoes.
Tomatoes for Tiny, because he sucks. Cheese for me, because I'm a badass. That tried to cheat, but didn't really do it.
The cheese.
For Crash 2, I think it would have to be... Oh, wait, I'll come up with
I
talk to us.
It was like children.
Well done, children. Fucking go and save your progress. There's also a mistake in the dialogue that I'll point out once this cutscene plays.
Well done, children. By defeating Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now open.
Okay, so the fucking capture is being a fuck ass again. Basically though, so you're not gonna see the cutscene right here where Cortex talks about Tiny, but I just wanted to say, shout out to Greg Eagles, if I haven't said in this playthrough already, for fucking just doing a really good Aku Aku, like, you know, a good Mel Winkler version of Aku Aku, but keeping it like his own, I guess. Like I was starting to tell you earlier, he was at E3 and I didn't know that. But the people at the booth knew, because they're the ones who told me, and I was like, are you serious? It was like at day 2 or something.
Really?
And I didn't find that out until day 3. Or whatever day it was, it could have been day 1, and I didn't find out until day 2. One of those two, I'm not sure. But anyway, there was something else I was going to say. We talked about Tiny.
Yes.
We talked about cheesing the thing. I think it was back to the music. So they were lacking some bits in my opinion, in the Sunset Vista / Lost City themes, songs, fuck it, and Crash 1. I forgot my exact train of thought from just a while ago because we had a cut to the fucking capture being a dick. But
Did it?
Nice. First try. But anyway.
It really was a first try.
So
as you notice, I used my Mario Kart tactics.
Good job. So, I think in Crash 2, the strongest music tracks, in my opinion, would probably have to be the sewer levels, and probably, let me see, probably the, if I had to choose 2, so that'd probably be my top pick, is the sewer levels. The other stronger tracks recreated, probably Ruination and Road to Ruin, or Hang 8, I mean, those levels probably. And the weakest would probably have to be the Bear levels for, again, just lacking a couple of those, you know, notes or melodies or whatnot. And for bosses, I think Komodo Bros was pretty good. Yeah. And then in Warped in here, I already said it. The Arabian levels are good, and the Egyptian levels.
Damn it.
Good job. He's a prince now. The weaker tracks in this game, which aren't actually that bad because they, you know, Crash 1 had it the worst, where they really tried to do. Oh, nice for hitting him in midair.
I know.
There should be a trophy for that. That'd be funny. They really did the deviating away from the, you know, original songs in the first game more than in 2 and 3. 2, it was still kind of there, but they kept way more, you know, to be like the original music tracks, but, you know, just sounding a bit better and whatnot, without using like vastly different instruments or whatever, or changing up the melodies or something. And in Warped, it's pretty much, you know, they stuck really closely to, you know, the songs, the original songs, and made them sound a lot like them as well, just, you know, better. So the Arabian levels and the Egyptian levels sound really good, are the stronger ones. For the bosses, Entropies is really awesome. Dingle Dolls is still my favorite.
Dude, freaking Entropy, man.
Entropies is awesome, because it still sounds like the original, but I think we've already said it before, you'll hear it when we get there eventually. They totally fucking took the bass line and the background, you know, track from the entranced version of his fight. Which is a nice attention to detail / Easter egg, because that was also developed by Vicarious Visions. So that's an awesome little nod there to one of their past Crash games. Dingo Dials sounds like a fucking rock anthem, and it's awesome.
I know.
And I think, okay, so the weaker ones, if I had to really choose, it's hard to say which ones are weak, because there aren't really many. Again, they stuck really, really close this time around for Warped, recreating the music tracks. So the medieval tracks are awesome, as you're hearing right here, and the futuristic for Road to Nowhere. No, what the hell am I talking about? Gone Tomorrow and Future Frenzy. They sound really good.
Oh, we saw the Suicidal Toad.
Oh, nice.
For like probably a split second.
Weak tracks. I don't know which ones were. It's hard. I couldn't really tell you, because they're all really good. Rings of Power is good. I don't know. The bike levels, like Roadhog and all of them, or Hog Ride, I mean, are really good. I don't know, man. But tune in next time. Maybe we'll find it out in the next episode. So, yeah. Can you think of one off the top of your head?
Nope.
Cool. Alright, that ends that.